Hey everybody, it's Stevie B with Adventures in Old Fashions. Just relaxing here. Called it an early day. Put in about 12 miles. I just got into the Holy Cross Wilderness, so I'm gonna just stop there and relax the rest of the day. Kind of rest up a little bit physically. My knees and my ankles and my feet and my shoulders are getting a little bit road weary. So I'm just going to take a little break here. And I thought it'd be a good chance to kind of do some updates and get caught up on a few things. And then when I get some cell service, I can get those downloaded and you guys can be in on the loop. So this is going to be day 9, or I'll call it Copper Mountain to Baba Yaga's hut. It's kind of a joke. There's a place called Janet's Hut in this valley that I was hiking up to past, and it's like an Airbnb, and in my mind I'm thinking it's a little hunting shack that you can reserve, because further down the trail there's a yurt that you can reserve. So I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be this little hunting shack kind of a thing. And I'm hiking up through so Copper Mountain, it's a resort town, and I kind of regret hiking the 1.5 miles up and the 1.5 miles back to the Conoco. I was really disappointed, especially since the chips that I got, I had to crush to carry them, and the $1 for the little apple the size of a racquetball that I paid. I was looking for more of a trail treat, and I'm just disappointed with it. But anyway, so it kind of put me behind a little bit. And with Copper Mountain being a resort, you can't camp within 4 miles of the trailhead. So I knew I had to get at least 4 miles in before I could even, set up camp. And I had already, spent a couple hours coming down off from the 10-mile range where I'd slept the night before just to get into Copper Mountain. So anyway, I wasn't real happy. It was the middle of the day, and it's a ski resort, so there's big swaths of the trail that cut across the ski lanes, wide open, no shade, nothing like that. And I think the day was supposed to set a record high for like Breckenridge just down the road. So it was hot, and I wasn't having it. So I'm trucking up through this valley, and finally I get into some shade. I get into away from the resort area, and and I'm kind of laughing to myself about this this Janet's hut. And the idea of the Baba Yaga's hut pops into my mind, and Hansel and Gretel and all these little these buildings that you find out in the middle of nowhere that are inhabited by witches and things like that. And sure enough, I look down off the trail, and there's, I guess you call it a cabin. I don't know. It was a building. It had 4 walls and a pitched roof, and a doorway. And it seemed to have been built entirely out of deadfalls. And kind of good, not just like these teepees that we saw that were just all ramshackled together, but like structured, but like odd. So me, I just booked right on past that place and kept going. I've seen Evil Dead. I'm not going to get myself wrapped up in the Necronomicon, although I do know the words. It's Klaatu, Vratu, Necktie. Right? Yeah. So just past then, I must have been walking really quiet because I actually kicked out a mule deer doe. I apparently snuck up on her, but so I kept on going and got to this open meadow, and it was gorgeous, just beautiful. There was a stream running through it, and there was a lot of, I don't think they're beaver dams because I didn't see any beaver huts, but just, blockages that created these little ponds and kind of this cascading, effect as it goes down. Just gorgeous. And so I camped there for the evening. Not an early night, but not a late night. Just kind of, a couple hours left of daylight and gave me some time to get set up, cook a meal for a change, actually set up my tent. So got a really good night's sleep, and woke up really refreshed the next day. So, yeah, that was day 9, and I'll pick up on day 10 here in a bit.